The wake-up call: life does not hand you purpose. It doesn't come in a box with instructions. And it definitely doesn't wait around for you to be ready. Most people spend their lives pointing fingers at their past, at their parents, at society, at everything except themselves. But here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. No miracle is on its way. If you want real change, you must become the reason for that change. Taking responsibility is not about guilt. It's about power. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, "This is my life, and it's up to me to change it." You can't rewrite the past, but you can take charge of what happens next. That power is yours. It always has been. You want strength? Own your weakness. You want freedom? Own your choices. You want success? Own your failures. Responsibility isn't a burden. It's a gateway. The gateway to your next level. The gateway to becoming who you were always meant to be. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's real. And nothing real comes easy. Blame will keep you stuck. Responsibility will set you free. Every step forward starts with a choice. And the most powerful choice is this: I am responsible. No matter what happened before, I decide what happens next. If you say those words and mean them, you become unstoppable. Part 2. From blame to power. The moment you stop blaming others, you start building yourself. Blame is easy. It feels good. It protects your ego, but it destroys your growth. Responsibility is harder. It forces you to face your flaws. It demands discipline. It requires you to be honest with yourself. But that's where transformation begins. That's where real strength is born. You say you're tired of being stuck? Then stop giving your power away. You say you want to level up? Then stop waiting for someone to give you permission. No one owes you success. No one owes you clarity. No one owes you anything. You have to earn it. Through action, through ownership, through relentless commitment to your own evolution. Because here's the truth. When you take responsibility, you don't just change your situation. You change who you are. You stop reacting and you start leading. You stop complaining and you start creating. You stop being passive and you start living with intention. That's how confidence is built. That's how purpose is found. That's how the old you is replaced with the strong, focused, disciplined version of you. Every time you own your mistakes, you grow. Every time you admit your weakness, you get stronger. Every time you stop blaming, you take back control. This is not about being perfect. It's about being powerful. And true power begins the day you say, "I am responsible for my future." No excuses, no shortcuts, no lies. Just you, the truth, and the next step forward. Part 3. Daily commitment. Responsibility is not a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. Every morning, you wake up with a choice. Will you own your life, or will you escape it? Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they give up control. They wait for the right time. They wait for motivation. They wait for someone to push them. But champions don't wait. They act. They lead. They take full control of their mindset, their energy, their direction. And when life hits hard, because it will, they don't run. They don't blame. They adapt. They grow. They rise. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't fall. It means you'll never stay down. It means every failure becomes a lesson. Every mistake becomes a tool. Every setback becomes fuel. You want a better life? It's not out there. It's inside you. You build it with every decision you make, You shape it with every action you take. You protect it by refusing to give excuses. You say you've been through pain? Good. Use it. Let it sharpen you. Let it remind you that you survived. And now, you build stronger. The world doesn't need more people who complain. It needs warriors. It needs builders. It needs people like you. People who choose to rise above their excuses and take full command of their destiny. Responsibility is not punishment. It's power. And once you taste that power, you will never want to live any other way. So decide today. No more blaming. No more waiting. No more hiding. You are ready. You are capable. Part 4. Owning your future. Taking responsibility means one thing above all: ownership. You own your successes. You own your failures. You own your decisions. And most importantly, you own your future. Too many people live their lives on autopilot, hoping that somehow things will improve. But hope is not a strategy. Hoping someone will fix your problems is not a plan. Waiting for things to get better? That's not how the world works. If you want something different, you need to do something different. You need to change your mindset. You need to break the cycle of waiting and start taking action. The first step in taking responsibility is to stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending you can control everything. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming other people or circumstances for your situation. Once you let go of the need to control everything, you open up the possibility for growth. You open up the power to create your future with your actions. You free yourself from the burden of excuses and start walking with confidence in the direction of your goals. You'll encounter challenges. You'll face obstacles. But that's where the real growth happens. Responsibility isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. The truth is, no one cares about your story. No one cares about your excuses. What they care about is your results, what you can achieve, what you can create, how you rise from the challenges that life throws at you. That's the real power of responsibility. It forces you to be honest. It forces you to look inside and say, I am the creator of my own destiny. When you take responsibility, you become the master of your life. You become the one who decides where you go and how you get there. No one else. So stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Take control now. Decide now. And build your future one step at a time. Part 5. Turning fear into fuel. Responsibility is the key to unlocking your true potential. Without it, you're just drifting, hoping that life will somehow work itself out. But with responsibility, you hold the power. You take charge. You step into your greatness. So many people live in a state of fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of what others will think. But here's the truth. Fear will never go away. The question is, will you let it control you? Or will you use it as fuel to push forward? Taking responsibility means facing your fears, not running from them. It means stepping into the unknown and trusting yourself to navigate through the storm. No one is born perfect. No one has everything figured out. But every person who has achieved greatness has one thing in common. They took responsibility for their life. They refused to make excuses. They refused to let the past define their future. If you want to break free from the chains that hold you back, you must first understand that the power is within you. The power to decide. The power to change. The power to be better than you were yesterday. The greatest leaders in history didn't wait for things to get easier. They took responsibility for their vision. They took responsibility for their actions. They took responsibility for their mistakes and used them to fuel their growth. Now, it's your turn. What are you waiting for? The world won't wait for you. You are the only one who can take action and move forward. It's not about the circumstances. It's about how you respond to them. You don't control what happens to you, but you control how you react. And your reaction can either keep you stuck or it can propel you forward. The choice is always yours. The power is always yours. And the responsibility, it's all yours. You want to achieve something remarkable? Then stop waiting for permission. Stop hoping for things to change. Take responsibility and make it happen. The world is waiting for you to step up. Part 6. Grit and persistence. The truth is, taking responsibility is not always easy. It's not about doing what's comfortable. It's about doing what's necessary. And that's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Responsibility requires grit. It demands that you show up, even when you don't feel like it, even when the world seems against you, even when the journey feels long and exhausting. It's about pushing through the discomfort and finding the strength within you to keep going. You will have days when you feel like quitting. You will have moments where giving up seems like the easiest option. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when your character is forged. It's in the struggle that you find your true power. When you take responsibility, you no longer let fear or doubt control you. You realize that the only way to move forward is to take action, even when the road ahead is unclear. So many people wait for the perfect moment. They wait for everything to align. They wait for the stars to be in their favor. But let me tell you something. The perfect moment doesn't exist. What you have right now is all you need. What you have is the ability to choose. What you have is the power to act. And that's more than enough. Taking responsibility means understanding that your actions matter, that every small decision you make shapes the direction of your life. It's in the little things that greatness is built. How you treat others, how you treat yourself, how you show up every single day. Those are the things that matter. Greatness isn't found in big dramatic moments. It's found in the small, consistent actions we take every day. It's found in how we handle the challenges that life throws our way. So when you're faced with obstacles, and you will be, remember, you have the power to choose how you respond. You can choose to take responsibility, or you can choose to blame, to complain, to give up. But if you truly want to change your life, if you truly want to build something extraordinary, then you must take responsibility for your actions, for your choices, for your future. No one is coming to save you. But the good news is, you don't need saving. You have everything you need within you. You just have to take responsibility and unlock your full potential. So get up. Own your life. Make the choices that will take you to your highest potential. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. And now, it's your turn to show up. Part 7. Declaration of Ownership. You've heard the principles, you've felt the challenge. Now it's time for transformation. Transformation doesn't happen in theory. It happens in practice. Every single day, you've learned that responsibility is power, that owning your choices is freedom, that embracing discomfort is growth. Now imagine this, a life lived fully by your own design. A life where you wake up with purpose, where you move forward with confidence, where you face challenges and say, I am responsible and I will overcome. That life isn't for someone else. It's for you. It's waiting on your decision. So here is your final charge. Build a personal mission statement. Write down what you stand for. Write down the promises you make to yourself. Maybe your promise is to work on your health. Maybe it's to improve your relationships. Maybe it's to take your career to a new level. Whatever it is, claim it now. Put it in writing. Let it be your guiding star. Next, create daily non-negotiables. These are actions you commit to every single day. They might be small at first, but they compound into extraordinary results. Perhaps it's 5 minutes of focused planning. Perhaps it's one act of courage. Perhaps it's one conversation you've been avoiding. No matter how small, these daily commitments build momentum. They train your mind to expect progress. They train your spirit to refuse excuses. Then, measure your progress. Hold yourself accountable. Track your wins. Track your setbacks. Learn from both. If you fall short, don't punish yourself. Own it. Adjust. Move forward. Because responsibility isn't about shame. It's about honesty. It's about clarity. It's about knowing exactly where you stand, so you can take the next step. Now think about the people you admire, the leaders, the innovators, the creators. They all have one thing in common. They own their destiny. They accept the full weight of their success and their failure. They never point to someone else when it's time to act. You are capable of that same level of ownership. You have the strength. You have the courage. You have the resolve. Today, make this declaration out loud to yourself. I am responsible for my life. I will take the actions that move me forward. I will not wait for permission or for ideal conditions. I will create my own conditions. I will become the person I am meant to be. Let those words echo in your mind throughout the day. Let them drive you when you feel tired. Let them guide you when you face doubt. Responsibility is not a burden. It is your birthright. It is your greatest gift. It is the key to a life of achievement, meaning, and fulfillment. So go forth with purpose. Stand tall in the face of adversity. Own every moment. Own every choice. Own every outcome. And as you do, watch your life transform. Watch your confidence grow. Watch your impact expand. This is the power of responsibility. You've studied it. You've heard it. Now live it. Your future is in your hands. The pen is in your grip. Write the story of your life with boldness. Because when you do, you will discover that there is nothing more rewarding, nothing more empowering than the life you build with your own hands and your own heart. This is your time. This is your call. This is your responsibility. And this is how you change your entire life.